Alright, well you guys really liked my last video riding my mom's Honda Shadow, so in this one, I'm going to be reviewing and riding my husband's Sportster.
This feels like a death machine. Oh my gosh. Already my wrists are killing me. I hate these buckhorns. Oh my god. I cannot believe my husband rides this bike like this is his daily ride. Okay, total transparency. I have not ridden this motorcycle since we bought it in 2020. This is a 2001 Harley-Davidson Sportster Hugger. It's an 883cc motorcycle, and this is one of the shortest, smallest bikes Harley-Davidson's ever really been able to come out with. So the bike's a little over 20 years old, and this is actually officially the oldest motorcycle I've ever ridden. I know, it's kind of crazy, right? But if you know anything about me, you know I love comfort. So immediately right off the bat, things I am noticing about this bike. The brakes, you might as well not even have brakes. Very slow to react. But the bike itself feels great, man. It's got some good power, some good get up and go. Oh my gosh, this is something I just... those are his highway pegs? How do you even reach those? So if you guys are unaware, my husband Jordan also has a YouTube channel. He bought this motorcycle in 2020 to convert it, build it, and modify it to look like a scrambler, basically like an off-road capable motorcycle. You can watch that entire build series. He made the bike look absolutely beautiful, and then he just kind of started getting tired of it. You know, he took it on one big long mid-Atlantic BDR off-road trip and then was like, all right, I don't think the off-road style is for me, you know, at least not with a big pig of a Sportster Harley-Davidson as an adventure bike. So he just recently, we got back from the Laconia motorcycle rally and he got to work, and so it took him less than a week to basically convert it back into what we are calling the baby chopper, because it's not really a chopper. It's not a rigid mount, it's not hardtailed, there's so many things about it that are still basically giving this bike modern luxuries that you wouldn't typically get on a chopper. But for me, this feels like riding a chopper, and I've never ridden a chopper. Total transparency. So that's one thing I want you to know. This isn't really a review. This is just kind of a very first time test ride, because I've never ridden my husband's motorcycle except the one time we brought it home when we bought it. And even back then I hated it. I do think this bike rides a little bit nicer than actually when we picked it up and brought it home. So when you don't have to like hold on the throttle too long, I guess my wrist does kind of get used to it. But we got the Saddleman step-up seat, or what you can get to, as close as you can get to as a step-up on this motorcycle. And I feel like an absolute giant riding this thing. Like, I feel 95% of my butt just hanging off of the seat. I probably look like bread baking around twine right now sitting on this thing, but it does the job. It's better than a completely soft flat seat. Gosh, the brakes are so sketchy. Oh god, stop! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, this feels insane. This feels insane! Okay. I also forgot just how high the foot pegs are on this thing. My feet are crammed, so I just went to put my feet down at that stop sign, and I almost couldn't reach the ground. Oh my gosh. So right now, it feels really weird. So the rear brake on this bike is like way out in front of my boot, and I have to put the heel of my boot on the actual foot pegs, or so the tip of my boot can reach the brake. So this bike is completely built custom for my husband. It fits him like a glove, and he's been loving it. He's actually really been loving the rebuild, the new styling, the new seating position, and you guys who watch his channel have really been loving it too. I read all the comments on his videos, man, and you guys just rock. how supportive you are, and like you were really supportive of the Scrambler, but I think taking it back to a really nice classic, yeah, got a lot of great response comments. He also has this entire build on his channel as well. Not the entire thing. He broke it up into like 2 videos of remodifying this bike. This is a road that I'm very familiar with. I enjoy riding this road, but I'm not taking it too hard right now because this road is notorious for wildlife. And as I mentioned, the brakes are just like, they really might as well not even have brakes on this bike. All I need to do is downshift and engine brake, because that seems to be the only thing that works efficiently. And the knobby, so we still have the 50/50 knobby tires on this motorcycle from when it was a dirtster. So I guess it technically still is a dirtster if you classify it. So it gets a little wonky when you take a corner like pretty sharp and you just feel like the knobbies. I mean, like in a corner it does really feel like you're losing 50% of that traction, because there's only about 50% of the tire actually touching the road at any given time. But dude, it sounds so good. He just recently redid the entire exhaust. He builds his own exhausts. Went and bought the muffler off of like, no, he actually bought these mufflers and the header from a yard sale. So dude, he has barely any money in this thing, and it has been such an amazing time seeing him build it into something that he thought he wanted, and then riding it and then changing his mind. I can tell you right now, this is like, it's lovely to drive, or it's lovely to ride right now, but any kind of technical riding or city riding, I really don't think I would enjoy this too much. So we are actually literally just one day away from packing up this motorcycle and heading up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the Harley-Davidson 120th anniversary rally. And right after that, dude, we're packing up and heading out to Sturgis. So if you guys want to see this bike or my bike or anything, just let me know if you're going to be at any of those events. I'm probably going to post about some of the meet and greets and stuff. So if you have any questions on where we're going to be, head over to my Facebook page. I'm going to have all that information linked over there. I can't see. Okay. Okay. All right. Hike your knees up. And it's hot. This is wild, man. I'm not even gonna try to claim that this is a review video, because this is not. I am not reviewing this bike. I'm fighting for my life. Hi, buddy. I am fighting for my life on this thing. I don't think I could ever. Maybe if I built my own chopper and it fit me, you know? Holy crap. What is going on? This road is destroyed. Jesus, there's like speed bumps in the middle of the road, and I can't brake. My foot doesn't reach the pedal. Ooh, this is fun. It's like I have that nervous laugh right now where it's like at any second I feel like the brakes are just gonna give out on me, so I'm just laughing about it. Okay, all right, seriously. Oh god, the stop bar's way back here. The tree line hid it from me. I don't even know if I'm in gear, y'all. This is wild. I sound like a giant baby because it's actually a really nice bike. It's easy to ride. Like if my dumbass can hop on here and ride it, anyone can. But yeah, I seriously just feel like insane. I'm used to my big bikes. I'm used to my responsive motorcycles, good brakes, great suspension, and then I hop on this thing and I'm like, what? Why do you ride this? You choose this. Like, this is what you want. It's pretty cool though. I've always loved, dude, from the day that we picked this motorcycle up, I've been obsessed with the color. You would think that this is like a custom anniversary color. It's not. This is just this was one of their paint colors for the Huggers back in the early 2000s, and it's gorgeous. I begged him, I'm like, please don't change out the details. Please don't change the color. Don't change any of the emblems. Like, it's so beautiful. This is a classic looking Harley-Davidson. It is a carbureted motorcycle, so it's not, you know, fuel injected. It does still have the choke, the carb, the petcock, everything like that, just like I discussed in my mom's video. So I will say, after he rebuilt this bike and put it back together into more of like the little chopper style that it is, seems like it's been riding nicer. It's been starting better, just running smoother. So that's really good. You know, we're not flat broke. If Jordan really did want like a newer motorcycle, which I think he will in the future, I think he wants to get something a little more off-road capable, but for now, like, we don't have any bike payments, and so he's like, I'm just gonna keep riding my little sporty around until it blows up. I don't know, now that I've kind of taken it out for about a 10-mile ride, it feels pretty good. It does feel like the tires are pulling me all over the road, though. That is a little interesting to me, because it's like you're already on this cramped, small, kind of twitchy motorcycle. It's not powerful, don't get me wrong. It's a quick bike, but it's not powerful. But the tires, I really do feel like, you know, when you're riding down grooved pavement or something, like that's how it feels, and I'm not on grooved pavement. So that's a wee bit interesting. But on the back roads here, it's been lovely, except when people pull out in front of me and I got to brake. That's, I mean, like there was, okay, Jess, you're being dramatic. That wasn't that bad now that I know how to position my foot to actually reach the rear brake lever. But I've actually really been entertaining the idea of working on my own little sporty chopper build. And I think if I got to do it, I would want to do it obviously with my husband. I would love to learn how to work on the bike. I wouldn't mind working on an older carbureted motorcycle, even if it's an 883. Like, I don't mind the smaller engine platform, because I want to learn how to do things, and I want to do it in a fun way where I don't feel pressured to wrench or work on my bike if that's my only motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ride my damn bikes, and I want a fun build bike. So it's actually watching him rebuild this, seeing the fun that he had and how his vision came to life. He welded his sissy bar. It instantly got my gears turning, and I was like, how can I build a cool bike? I already have a theme in my head of what I want it to look like. I want it to be a Sportster, and it's the same thing. I don't really need to do rigid mount or hardtail. I don't need that. I just want a cool looking custom bike, and that's all it is. I don't need it to be a quote unquote chopper. I just want it to be mine and personal. So that's on down the pipeline. We are still entertaining the idea of snowbirding this winter. So if we snowbird, we won't really be able to hang out in the garage and build a bike. But I don't know, hanging out in the garage in the winter and building a bike is probably best case scenario for the channel, and to keep us not losing our mind during the winter blues. But after I spent that month in Florida this past winter, I was like, there's not a reason I don't want to do this again. It was amazing. All right, so we had our fun on some of these back roads, quiet roads. I think I want to take it on the freeway and see how it feels. When you turn, you gotta like lean back. This clutch actually feels a lot heavier than my hydraulic clutch, and he did a good job with the heat wrap and the heat shields. I don't feel any heat coming off of these pipes. This is a proper arm workout, holding in the clutch and the brakes. Ah! Grooved pavement! Alrighty. That's about as fast as I could go. There's actually a pretty big dump truck in front of me, and I could feel the buffeting off of that, so I wasn't really trying to push it. This feels wild, man. This feels wild. Oh, it's a good thing I don't do review videos on this channel, because I'm pretty bad at them. But if this is your first time watching my channel, what's up? My name is Jess, aka Her Two Wheels. I ride all things two wheels. I put out 2 brand new YouTube videos every single week. All things motorcycles, motorcycle related, travel, events, yada yada yada. If you haven't done so yet, could you please consider subscribing to the channel? It's totally free. You don't have to do anything other than press the button, and it really, really helps me out. I get to see every single time people subscribe based on my YouTube videos, and I know that over 50% of you are not currently subscribed. That's all I ask. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this super quick rip today. Honestly, this was kind of terrifying, but also super fun. And I hope to see you in either Milwaukee or out in Sturgis, baby. All right, well, until my next one, thank you so much for watching this one. You guys be good, and I'll see you later.